My finest work. Ah!
It helps versus the Orchid, for sure. He can push out the Wind Ranger or the Queen of Pain, but I mean, you want your starter to be able to do damage, to be able to stay in there and fight.
Real trouble for him. Nightmare, Fiend's Grip, and God, well, he's going to wind it up and let it rip. S4 can't win run away. That Requiem as well as Ray is doing all the work, and that's 50 seconds without a buyback for the Wind Ranger. And in fact, they might even lose Nuts. He's orchided up, can't get himself away. He's going to pop to the Brood Mother, and there's 2 heroes down. Queen of Pain can buy back, but this is really going to set it back on the Aghanim Scepter. But what's your other choice? You're going to lose mid.
I mean, Alliance are just feeling squeezed out of the map right now. They're just like, okay, we're getting out-farmed.
Gotta be careful when he gets Gust Silence like that by Illidan. That's a level 4 as well. That silence lasts for so long. So the range racks drops.
I mean, where's the wave clear? All these Roothlings are still up.
Yeah, they need Sonic Wave. You actually need to trigger off the Shiva's Guard as well as a Scorched Earth, but now they run themselves in, and they do get that combo off, but God, he just stands his ground with that BKB up. Another Orchid's already going off on Admiral Bulldog. It looks like he'll end up surviving. He won't pop from it. And Nuts jumps forward. The Sonic Wave's already been blown. S4 can't find that shackle. Not only that first little initial stun on Illidan. These familiars from Lil buy them the space, but Alliance, they need kills. A Blink Crush from Loda, catching Illidan as well as FNG. FNG looks for the Nightmare, the silence. Okay, it's not going to do enough, not while the Lich Holy's bouncing around already. And Nuts is forward. Illidan, Mana Style breaking free, but the Shiva's Guard slows him back down again. And another Crush from Loda, giving S4 a double kill. They don't even need the creep wave, they can just take this tier 1 tower. They got Focus Fire back off cooldown in just a moment. So good exit kills on VP, but you still lost your range racks again.
Make him the one to go back to defend. Because if they see someone like Slaughter or a Doom, it's going to go.
Crush, that Force Staff gets FNG out of trouble. And now they can Feed Grip on S4. Force Staff out a very long way. God's still going to go for this Requiem of Souls. It'll hit S4 on the edge, but now Doombringer back in the fight with a Sonic Wave hitting so hard. Nuts doesn't have a way out of this one. He jumped in with no exit strategy, and now Loda and Admiral Bulldog scampering themselves away. Bulldog, he won't get chased any further. In fact, it's Loda who, okay, it looked like for a moment he wanted to just blink himself back in again, but it was still on cooldown. And Roshan will start with 3 heroes down for Alliance. They can't contest Roshan.
He's still sitting in positives after the Amplify. That's actually pretty absurd.
Oh, for now, maybe when Bulldog rotates himself down, but the Brood just wants to push in through that middle lane, but Bulldog, he initiates. This time they get on top of Illidan, and Illidan's so low, but FNG's Fiend's Grip, it controls him up. The Drone Ranger will actually drop. That Lich Holy doing some considerable damage as Loda back in again with a Crush, and the follow-up bash going through 3, but Godzilla has so much damage. S4, he'll burn through the Aegis. Meanwhile, amid Brood doing brutally things, taking out that melee Rax. Loda, he wants to try and fight. TV out, that's not going to work. The Shackle, however, controls up God. It's a rampage for God, and S4 has to retreat back out. That SF is just way too big for Alliance to deal with, and they have no buybacks on their dead heroes.
And again, another Requiem goes uninterrupted. That one had to come out from the Lich, though. And Alliance, I mean, they went with the best shot that they had. They saw the cheese on the Trail Ranger, so okay, we have to doom her, so she can't pop the cheese, and if we doom G, it's a lost fight. So they went with the best percentage plate that they had, and unfortunately, as you said, G is too strong.
Nah, he's so strong. Phobos is split pushing. They can't even grab a fight. They can't dictate the terms of these engagements. Alliance, even with good Blink Crushes, you get loaded with a triple kill. It's just like there's nothing else to follow up after that point. And VP, they got such sustainable damage just because the SF is so huge. Admiral Bulldog, now with the blink forward, he really wants this kill over on God, and maybe they can get it, but they have to get through that evasion. Able to do so, S4, a little bit harder, and in fact, no, not when the Rays are there. God takes one, Bulldog's down for over a minute. RK is gonna join him as Phobos just goes to work, draws back the front lines, and this really is the game. VP, they've controlled it perfectly. They've done the Dro proud. Loda will miss his stun. Bane actually Fiend Scripts over on the Slaughter. They'll switch the Nightmare over, but already VP with the extra stuns from the familiars. S4 will drop. Phobos will survive to the bitter end. I think S4 just wants to get a little bit of revenge here. He can't reach him. In fact, he's going to get gussed up by Illidan. The tier 4 towers are attacked, and there it is. 11-22. Virtus.Pro will end up taking the game against Alliance, eliminating them from this Frankfurt Major.